Hi everyone. Today we're going to talk about handwriting and how to guide students to learn letters correctly, proper letter formation. So there's two things when we're looking at for handwriting. We're looking at letter placement. Is the letter actually in the correct placement within the line? Because we know a lot of students will end up doing things like this, or lowercase g will look like this. And so they're not sure where it's actually placed within the line. The other thing we're going to look at is how to form the letter. Where does it begin? How many strokes does it take? So I'm a certified reading specialist and literacy coach, and this is my go-to tool for working on handwriting with students. This is a whiteboard from the company Root Literacy Design. It was created with teachers, tested in classrooms, so it's really good. So the first thing you'll notice on it is it has the sky, grass, dirt coloring. This is just to help give language to letter formation for students and letter placement. So you can say things like lowercase g is a grass and a dirt letter. Lowercase h is a sky and a grass letter. I is a grass letter and the dot goes in the sky. Things like that are really helpful for them. So it's a nice visual because just the plain white lines, especially for the little students, our kindergartners who are learning and our first graders, it gives them proper guidance of where the letter goes. The board is set up so the most support is given at the top, and then it gets harder going from there as we go down. So at the top, you'll see we have a starting dot for students. There's directional arrows telling them which way to go to form the letter, and there's also numbers telling them how many strokes it takes to make the letter, or how many times they have to lift their writing utensil. The middle only has the starting dot, and the bottom is blank with just the coloring for them. So what you'll end up seeing from students is they'll do R correctly, for example, when they're at the top. They might even do it correctly because they have the starting dot here. Then when you go down here, you're going to see them doing all kinds of crazy things, like you'll see that. You might see them start this way and go like that. It's like they forget. So it's really nice to have it all in one place for them, because then if you see this, you can say to them, let's look up here. What do you notice? Is R a sky and grass letter like you have it, or is it just in the grass? And they'll say, just in the grass. Okay, how can we fix it? Try again. They might be able to fix it at that point, or they might form it incorrectly, and it's the correct placement, but the formation might be wrong where they're starting over here and going backwards. And so again, you can pull them to the top and you can say, where does the letter begin? At the top of the grass. Let's try it right there. Okay, now what do? The arrow shows us that we have to go down and then up and over. If you see them go like this and lift, then you point out this is one stroke. We do not lift. We go down, up, and over. So it's all right here. You just have to teach students how to use the board. Once you show them how to use the board, you'll be able to release them into center work or practice on their own every day, independent practice. But we definitely need to spend the time to explicitly teach each letter and guide students with it. And then this is great for continued practice. So I'm going to zoom out so you can see my whole board here. I'm going to go through each letter and just how to form it, just so we're all clear on it. I like to do C family letters first, so I'm going to start with that. Once students know how to make a C, then they can learn things like C. You make a C, go up and down for A. You make a C, go up and down, to the sky and then the grass for D. You make a C and go into the grass and then the dirt for G. Here's another C family letter. Q is a C family letter. So those are letters that you can say, make a C, make a C, make a C, and then give them directions from there. Make a C, go up through the grass. Make a C, go up to the sky and down to the grass. Make a C, go to the top of the grass and down to the dirt, that sort of a thing. B is one stroke. We start at the top, go down and around. E is one stroke. F is two strokes. We start here and then we go to the number 2 and shoot across. So the number is even next to where the second stroke begins, and you want to teach that to students. Here's H, I, J. Okay, so see the 2's over here because I start my second stroke here at the 2 and then go down. Here's L, M, N, O, P. We talked about R a bit. This is a 2-stroke letter, so I go to my number 2 and go over. Here's W. X is 2 strokes. Y is 2 strokes. And Z. The other thing that's nice to point out to students is that lowercase letters live in the sky, the grass, and the dirt. They're the top and the top and bottom of the line and also under the line. It's also helpful to show them which ones. You could have them identify, can you circle all the letters that go into the dirt? And we have 5 of them, so that might be really visually helpful for students to see as well. I'm going to flip the board over now, and we're going to do uppercase together. Point out to students that uppercase is only sky and grass letters. There's nothing in the dirt. And they'll visually see that between the two sides. The dirt from the lowercase side is not here because there are no letters that go in the dirt for uppercase. So same thing, it's scaffolded. We have the directional cues. We have the number of strokes for each letter. We have the starting dot, and then it's just the starting dot in the middle and then blank on the bottom. The goal being that the students are forming the letters correctly and placing them correctly in the lines at the bottom. So I'm going to go through and make each letter. So I'll hold it like this so you can see the whole board. Be easier. All right, so A is 3 strokes. Again, the numbers are where we begin for when there's more than 1 stroke. So we always start at the starting dot, but then I want to go to the number to guide me. So I'm going to go up to the 2 and go down, and then I'm going to go to my 3 and go across. So A is 3 strokes, 1, 2, 3. B is 2 strokes. I go down, then I go to my 2, and I follow the arrows. C is 1 stroke. D is 2. E is 4. So we have to teach students start the dot, go down, and then we go to the 2, the 3, and the 4. F is 3 strokes. G is 1. H is 3. I is 3 strokes. This one, you're supposed to start in the middle at the 1 at the starting dot, go down, and then cross, cross. J, we start here in the middle, and we go down, and then we cross. K is 2 strokes. L is 1. M, we start the dot and go down, then we go back to the 2. It's only a 2-stroke letter. N is similar to M. Here's O. P, we go down, then we go to the 2 and around. Q, we're going to make an O and then cross, put our little tail on it. R is a 2-stroke letter. S, T is 2 strokes, same thing as I and J. We start in the middle and go down, and then we cross. So that's helpful to point out to students too, that the I, the J, and the T, you start by making an L, or just like a lowercase l. We're just making the line and then doing our cross. U is 1 stroke. V is 1. W is 1. X is 2, just like lowercase, except instead of being in the grass and the dirt, we're now in the sky and the grass. Y is a little different. So we make this line here, and then we go to 2 and bring it over. And Z is 1 stroke. Okay, so that's how you form each letter. I hope this board helps you as much as it helps my students and teachers I work with. All right, thanks for watching.